Welcome to Shepherd's Coffee Talk. Today, Marlene and I are thrilled to have our very first gentleman joining us on the show. Sid Kratzbarg is here with us. Sid is a fashion fanatic. He's a super gregarious, passionate person, and we've both known Sid for a long time.
Well, Sid, you're an icon in Ottawa. Everybody knows you. You walk down the street, there's Sid. It's almost they want your autograph. And you know, you really are, you love fashion and you love women.
I do.
What is it about it that excites you?
I don't have a jealous wife.
No. You're a lucky man for that, but you're always with women.
Yeah.
Well, I think women are the most fascinating people in the world, I think. And I just think a lot of guys and executives can learn a lot from women, let me tell you.
Good point.
And they are starting to learn now.
And they
aren't
are starting to learn. And yes, fashion's my world. I love it. And fragrance, as you know.
But you know, it wasn't that at the beginning of your life.
No.
You're born and raised in Ottawa.
An Ottawa guy. Loved fashion, but I loved education.
Yeah.
And it was quite an exciting life. I was a primary specialist and I trained teachers, and it was so exciting to develop new ideas to motivate kids. And as a result, I became a keynote speaker at some of the biggest educational conferences in North America. I had a love of fashion.
Right from the beginning? Right from high school?
I always loved fashion, and I think my role model, and Kathy I think knows this story, was my uncle who lived in England, the most fascinating man I had ever met, and started selling raincoats at a little stall at an English market and landed up with 17 women's clothing stores.
Wow.
It was quite a success story. But for me, I always like to be different with fashion. So I take great pride in saying that I've been wearing big glasses and large watches before anybody.
Right, and Sid has the most fascinating wardrobe of glasses.
Yes.
When you see him and his wife Sandy, they've always got the fashion accessory going, yeah.
And then I took an early retirement and to pursue the fashion business, and that's when my illness hit me.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, Sid, because that really,
That hit you right between the eyes.
Yeah, that stops a person.
Did it ever. So 3 years, I really had no life, which was, you know, you move on, but I had probably the biggest case of ulcerative colitis and emergency surgery. Could you imagine? I was down to about 120 pounds, in and out of hospital almost like every month until the surgery was done. And then I started an accessory business, as you know, which I loved. And this lovely lady was the first person when you did Regional Contact who had me on the show when we did a segment at Sante. And then CBC came to me and asked me to do fashion TV for living in Ottawa. And I loved it.
So that's when the bug really, I think, was...
That's when the bug hit me.
Yeah.
And then a friend of mine came to me and said, Sid, you're the fragrance guy. You're the man to launch fragrances. And I said at the time, I'm not interested. Guess what? It's 11 years later.
Oh, really? It's been that long.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have really done a lot, right? From an educator to an entrepreneur, a fashionista, and now into fragrances.
But I think if we back up just for a sec, Marlene, you know, the idea of education and fashion really tie in together.
Yeah.
Because as an educator, you're an inspiration to people. You want to motivate them and encourage them. And that's something that Sid has done with accessories and fashion as well. And not unlike you and the people who work at Shepherd's, Marlene, Sid's got that eye. He wants to help women look, or when you had your business, to help women look and feel fantastic. Because that's a game changer right there.
It is a game changer, and that's what this beautiful lady is known for. You and I had the same philosophy. I think the fashion world was not catering to the market.
Yes.
And I was very honored when I started my business. I really wanted to cater to the mature woman. And
Sort of
everybody's
40+.
beautiful.
Yes.
40, 50, the 60. The 70-year-old woman today is not the same as the 70-year-old woman that, you know, in our era.
Exactly.
So fashion's for everyone. It doesn't matter what size you are. And I'm on the mission. You've been on the mission for a while, and it's great. And you know what I always say? I love this store but there's 3 ways for successful dressing. Do you know what they are?
I think you're going to tell us.
3 words.
3 words.
Accessorize, accessorize, accessorize. And boy, you do accessorize here.
Yeah, you can take that little black dress and make it anything you want with accessories, can't you? But what I also love is you're giving back to Ottawa too.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about your annual fashion show.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to do it again. I'm trying to raise money for Crohn's and colitis, so every year, hopefully we can get some good sponsors again. We do a fabulous show. What a wonderful evening called Get Citified for Crohn's and colitis. And I'm very honored to say over the last 3 years, you know, we've probably been able to raise about, 40,000. But I've also done things for the Heart Institute and the Cancer Foundation. So all in all, we've probably raised, or I've tried to raise, about 60,000.
That's amazing.
Well, that is...
You've got to give back.
That's who you are.
Of course, and you know that. Because you did receive so much support when you went through your illness, didn't you?
I always say, Dr. Boucher, you want to hear a funny joke? I'm the only Jewish man in the world who has a saint. And it's Saint Robin Boucher, Dr. Boucher. He's the man who saved my life. And it really was emergency surgery. If the colon wasn't removed, I probably would have been dead.
So you've got this second leash on life. Tell us, just ended up with what really drives you, Sid. I mean, you know, you're a man that has done many, many things, gone through a lot, but you seem to be so energetic. You seem to be so inquisitive and so full of fun. What carries you through it?
A strong family. I have a fabulous wife, as you know, beautiful grandchildren, a lovely daughter. But I think it's my love of just meeting people. I'm a people person. The biggest thing, if I ever committed a major crime, you know what would be the worst punishment? Throw me on a deserted island and I have no one to talk to. No, that's
being with other people.
Being with other people and being able to work in an industry of fashion, fragrance, whatever. It sort of is my passion. And I've often said, if you have a passion for something, it's not to become wealthy, it's to make your life enjoyable.
And to make others' lives enjoyable too, which you do.
Hopefully you're going to come back for another show and talk to us about scents.
Yeah.
Because you are the Sultan of scents.
Sultan of scents. It makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed one thing, Marlene, you may not know this, but Sid is very well known for 3 words. Drop, dead, gorgeous, or...
DDG.
Just like that. And that's how we want you to feel today after joining us for Coffee Talk. Hope you have a great day.
Sid.
Thank you, Sid.